With an illustrious career in film, television, and theater, actress Marisa Tomei first shot to fame in the movie My Cousin Vinny, a performance for which she was awarded an Oscar. It would be the first of many award nominations to come, including 2 more Oscar nominations for In the Bedroom and The Wrestler. Marisa grew up in Brooklyn, but now lives in Los Angeles. Her strong family ties often bring her back to New York, where her parents still live.
Being from Brooklyn is part of my identity, and so is being Italian. The traditions and how we mark the holidays or the seasons or family occasions, that's a really big part of my family life. I love hearing family stories. I love poring over old photos. And over the years, my dad has done a lot of research and built a very big family tree for the Tomei side, but we know far less about my mom's side. One of the only things I do know about my mom's family is a legend I heard growing up. My mom's grandfather, Leopoldo Bianchi, was murdered. The story is that he was shot in a bar because he was either having an affair with someone and the husband had a pistol, or he owed him money, or both. There's something that's been a little bit shrouded there. I'm curious about the story of my great-grandfather's murder, and I'd like to know anything that has to do with my mom's side, because that's my heart of hearts, coming from my mom. So I'm on the way to my parents' house to talk to my mom and my dad and my brother before I begin the search into my mom's family.
Hi, honey. How are you? How you doing?
Hi, good.
Love you. Look who's here.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Good to see you. So, you gonna help me with my journey?
I hope so.
Our journey.
I'll tell you whatever I know.
Don't hold back.
No, not holding back. This is the Bianchi family, so Tito, Guido, Antonino, Bruno, Leopoldo.
This is your father's brothers.
Correct.
And the two
Bianchis and the
sisters.
2 sisters.
And who was it? Do you know their father?
That was Dionisio, I believe. Dionisio, isn't that right?
Dionysus.
Good name. I like that name.
Dionisio.
Yes.
We were going to name you Dionysus.
I would have taken it. It would have led to great things.
Well, but, you know, I'm curious about this grandfather of mine, Leopoldo, otherwise known as Francesco Bianchi, who was murdered in 1910. And that really has become the mystery to me.
The family lore doesn't really put a good light on him. It sounds like he was
Well, they're right.
either
because
cheating or something.
that's
he was
exactly
up
the
to
story.
something.
What was the reason? Was it because of his philandering? I'm wondering, besides my grandmother, of course, having it so difficult, but how was it for my father?
Your dad.
My father was only 2 years old when that happened, and his brother was 1 year old, so my grandmother was left with 2 babies at that time, and it must have been just so awful, so awful. I put together my family tree from Ancestry.com, and this is the Bianchi side. And there is Francesco, L for Leopoldo Bianchi, and his wife, Adelaide Cannavaro.
When did the Bianchis go to Elba?
When did the Bianchis go-
didn't go to Elba. It was my grandmother, Adelaide, who we're named for. She was from there, the Cannavaro.
Oh.
And then I guess when she married Leopoldo, he lived
He went there?
He went there.
That seems
but
unusual.
it's very close, you know, to, it's part of Tuscany. So, but the rest of the Bianchis were still in Cesena.
Oh, right.
So my great-grandmother is Adelaide Cannavaro, whom my mother was named after, and Adelaide Cannavaro comes from Elba. Her husband, Leopoldo Bianchi, was from Cesena. And I want to know more about my great-grandfather Leopoldo's mysterious murder, and I'm also really interested in exploring my great-grandmother's family, the Cannavaros. Okay, Mom.
So, got your work cut out for you.
Try to find this out for you.
Thank you.
I'm surprised that my mom is so curious about this murder because she never really talked about it that much. I wonder what it really does mean to her. I really can't wait to talk to my brother about it. So that was pretty interesting hearing Mom talk about her father's family that way.
Yeah.
Mom doesn't even know really where this killing took place.
Yeah.
It really happened. It really
Yeah.
happened to a real person, and we don't know why. And we don't know really how that affected Grandpa Armando, and we don't know how that really then went on to shape him, that went on to shape her. That's why I'm mostly curious about and excited to bring it home for Mom.
Yeah.
I mean, it could maybe not be about love.
I suspect that you're going to find out that there is something else.
I'll be back to tell the tales.
Well, yeah, good luck. Mwah. Love you. I'm so curious to hear how it's going to go.
I'm off to Italy to investigate my great-grandfather Leopoldo Bianchi's mysterious murder in 1910. My first stop is in Cecina in Tuscany, where Leopoldo lived. While I'm here in Italy, I'm also going to search for information about Leopoldo's wife, my great-grandmother, Adelaide Cannavaro. I'm meeting with an Italian guide, Fabio Di Segni, and we're starting my search in the archives at the Cecina Cemetery.
Marisa.
Ciao.
Fabio.
Fabio,
Nice to meet
Marisa,
you.
yes.
Nice to meet you. How can
Hi.
I help you, Marisa?
You can help me. This is a photograph of my great-grandfather,
Yes.
my bisnonno.
Bisnonno, yes.
Bisnonno.
Very good.
His name is Francesco Leopoldo Bianchi.
Francesco Leopoldo Bianchi, yes.
Yeah.
He was from Cecina.
From Cecina.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
We are here at the cemetery in Cecina, and we can have a look at the archive to find more information about your bisnonno.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, please come in.
Okay. What do you think? Any resemblance? Or?
Yes, I can see a resemblance. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Marisa.
Piacere, Loris.
Piacere.
Fabio. Loris, piacere.
So thank you for helping me. This is a photo of my great-grandfather, Francesco Leopoldo Bianchi.
Sì.
And I'm wondering if you have any documents about when he died.
Do you know exactly the year?
1910.
1910.
Sì.
Cerco in archivio quel documento degli anni 1910.
1910.
Yes.
Nel 1910 non c'è questo documento.
Non c'è?
Proviamo nell'anno 1911.
Oh, okay. 1911?
Yes, it's going to look for 1911.
Allora, eccolo qua.
See? So what is all this?
Okay. The document says that your great-grandfather his body was transported to Cecina.
Transported to Chechnya.
Transported to Chechnya.
So he didn't die here, he died
No,
somewhere else.
He died somewhere else. I translate this document in English for you.
March 10th, 1911, transport of body. Considering the request of Mr. Dionisio Bianchi to be authorized to transport to Cecina the remains of Francesco Leopoldo Bianchi, who died for reasons because of illness. It's certainly different than what I'd been told.
Marissa Tomei is in Cecina, Italy, searching for the truth behind her great-grandfather, Leopoldo Bianchi's death. She's just discovered that, contrary to the family story he was murdered over an affair, Leopoldo seems to have died of a mysterious illness.
Dying for an illness. Anything else in this? Like, what date did he die?
He died 7 March 1911.
Grazie.
Prego.
So it's è possibile to see la tomba?
Sì.
Right now, it's like a treasure hunt. I think there's a lot more to his death. What kind of illness could it have been? Was it an illness? Maybe not. The family lore is that he was murdered for womanizing. I think there are many more details to be had about Leopoldo's death. And I'm still not even sure where he died or how the story of his death seems to be lost in translation. I see his wife, my great-grandmother, Adelaide Cannavaro, is buried with him. Now, I know she was from Elba, and according to my mom, both Adelaide and Leopoldo lived there at some point. I guess it's possible that Leopoldo died on Elba, and since I'm also hoping to find some records on Adelaide's family, I'm heading to Elba next.
Elba is a small island with a big history. Just 12 miles off the coast of Tuscany, Elba is most famously known as French Emperor Napoleon's place of exile after European allies halted his continental conquest and forced him to abdicate in 1814. Napoleon was allowed to rule the island, and during his year-long banishment, he introduced economic and social reforms that greatly benefited the 12,000 citizens of Elba.
Since Fabio said the Catholic Church was such a big part of people's lives at the turn of the century, we're going to head to the local parish where I'm hoping the priest will find some records on the Cannavaro family. How far back do you think this church goes?
I think the first stone is 1,200.
Oh my gosh.
Really old.
Oh,
padre, grazie. Questi sono tutti i registri che sono riuscito a trovare sulla famiglia Cannavaro.
These are all the Cannavaro family?
Yes,
all of them?
all of them. This is a baptistry registry,
Yeah.
so you can
So it
find.
goes back through
Yeah,
all
it goes
these.
back to
Oh, this is the
1860.
1800s we're
Yes.
starting with. Do you see the name Cannavaro? Am I missing Cannavaro?
Let's see.
Here's the word name Cannavaro. Adelaide. Does it say the daughter figlia?
Yes, figlia.
Daughter of Arturo?
Arturo. I think the birth date is this one here. 1st of May, 1887.
Okay, we're in 1855 now. So
Grandfather.
Arturo, my great-great-grandfather.
Grandfather.
You bees.
Bees.
You say
No,
bees?
bees,
Like we do
bees.
great-great bees?
Yes.
Giuseppe Luigi. Cannavaro.
Yeah.
The collection of records is amazing. They follow the Cannavaro line all the way back and prove my great-grandmother Adelaide Cannavaro's family goes back in this town 10 generations, back to Alessandro Cannavaro, who was born here in 1641. Eight times great-grandfather, so about
Yes.
10 generations.
And this is the last book
Cannavaro.
that we can find of Cannavaro.
Knowing that the Cannavaros go back to my 8 times great-grandfather, it's interesting. But where did my great-grandfather and my great-grandmother meet? Were they here? Or did she somehow break that whole lineage, those 8 times back lineage, and was she the one to leave this island to go on to the mainland? And did she meet him there? Or did he whisk her away? Or who knows? I know that Leopoldo's body was transported from somewhere, but I don't know where that somewhere is. So I'm hoping to find that out here. And the mystery still remains between the story of this murder and then this supposed illness. That still all seems suspect. So I'm just looking for any other kind of records that could connect those dots. Fabio suggests we check the municipal records at the historical archives. So we're meeting with historian Dr. Gloria Peria. I'm here because my family's from Elba, the Cannavaro family. I know a lot about them. I was at the church, but I don't know anything about the Bianchi family.
Sì, ho trovato qualche documento che le può interessare e glielo faccio vedere.
She found some documents that maybe can be interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the marriage certificate of Leopoldo Bianchi and Maria Cannavaro, Adelaide. The 25th of June, 1904. Okay, we're getting somewhere.
C'è anche questo documento.
This was so beautiful. Oh, look at that.
This is like a family certificate.
What does this mean, condition?
It's profession. Commerciante
Like a
means
commercial
like a
merchant?
merchant.
Like a merchant of what?
E ho saputo che la famiglia Bianchi era una famiglia benestante che si occupava di commercio della calce anche e ha conosciuto probabilmente.
Gloria said that the Cannavaro family owns a kiln business here in the island, and I think the Bianchi came over the island, and there was a link between the business and the love. Maybe they met through this business. He moved from Elba the 3rd of August 1910.
6 years later, after they got married,
later, he
moved to Chechnya.
He moved to Chechnya, yes.
So he maybe meets her father, whoever that is, and there's a family business. They meet, they fall in love, and 6 years later, they go back. And then 7 months after they move to the mainland, Leopoldo dies.
E infine le faccio vedere questo.
Ilva was the local newspaper in 1911.
Oh, there's the front page. So, Leo, I see his name. Oh my God, I'm scared to read it. What did he do, that rascal?
Marissa Tomei is in Elba investigating the circumstances surrounding her great-grandfather Leopoldo Bianchi's death. She's just received a newspaper with his name in the headline.
Leopoldo Bianchi killed in Castiglioncello. From the mainland newspapers, we are informed that in Castiglioncello, a Terzilio, what a name,
Terzilio Lazzareschi,
for the sake of interest, treacherously shot Leopoldo Bianchi, killing him on the spot. Bianchi was very well known on the island of Elba. Lazzareschi was immediately arrested. Reading the article confirmed what we thought, that he had been murdered. I never really thought that there was an illness, even though we saw it documented. That just didn't add up. We know for sure that it was a treacherous murder, and it looks like we'll have to go to Castiglioncello where the murder took place. So Fabio is staying here in Elba to look for more information about Adelaide and the Cannavaro family, while I head to Castiglioncello where Leopoldo was murdered. I'm trying to understand the circumstances that caused Lazzareschi to shoot my great-grandpa, so Gloria suggested that I meet with Professor of History Stephen Hughes, who's asked me to join him at a local cafe. I need to know what happened here in Castiglioncello. I don't know why Leopoldo, my great-grandfather, was here at all, and I don't know. I know he was killed here, but I don't know where, I don't know why.
Okay, he was murdered here. And what we have is from Il Telegrafo. This is a newspaper from Livorno. And the murder's mentioned down here.
And homicide in Castiglioncello.
Right. And this is an actual translation.
Thank you. Yesterday at 6 p.m., this pleasant village was dismayed by an event that greatly saddened the inhabitants. Terzilio Lazzareschi recently settled in Castiglioncello. He's a well-off man who works as a kiln operator. That fits with what we've been finding out. For reasons that are still unknown, he met a Francesco Bianchi from Cecina, he himself a kiln operator, after a few words just outside the Pilar de Morelli's cafe.
Local tradition maintains that this was the Cafe Morelli. Yeah.
Right outside this. So this cafe has been here that long?
Yeah.
Terzilio, who the night before had been insulted and beaten, fired a shot, killing instantly Bianchi.
This is actually the indictment, which has all the details of the murder.
Oh, this comes from the court records.
This comes from the court records, and you have to understand, even though it says it's the Lucca Court of Appeals, this is the case created by the government before his trial, and then their suggestion that he be tried.
Terzilio Lazzareschi on March 7th, 1911 in Castiglioncello fired at Francesco Leopoldo Bianchi a gun from which the bullet struck the occipital region and exited the opposite side, and was the direct and only cause of his immediate death.
Yeah, so he was
That's
shot
how
in
I
the
was
back of the
picturing
head.
it, yeah.
Uh-huh, good, okay.
The accused, Terzilio Lazzareschi, in January of this year, acquired from Dionisio Bianchi, the father of the killed Francesco Leopoldo Bianchi, the business of a lime kiln in Castiglioncello, and he employed Francesco's brother Tito. Okay,
Right.
so they were all, he said, let's all do this together and you can run it and
Right.
and you'll oversee it.
Right.
The good harmony between Lazzareschi and the Bianchi family quickly changed to mutual animosity when Lazzareschi fired Tito Bianchi from his job on March 5th over suspicion of disloyalty.
That's a critical piece of the whole puzzle. In a business kind of situation, it could mean a lot of different things. He was cooking the books, he was talking to competitors. On the other hand, it could just be a reason to get rid of him. What's important, though, to understand the motivation of why they beat him up and why they were so upset is this disloyalty is an issue of honor to Italian men at the time. So for them, for him to be dismissed for an issue of disloyalty was a major mark on their honor, on the family honor.
Well, also your whole business is at stake too.
Yeah, and in fact, if your honor was impugned, people wouldn't do
you're not
business
gonna
with you.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But we don't know if Terzilio's claims were true or not.
Exactly.
Is it established that there was disloyalty or there wasn't?
Marissa Tomei is at the site where her great-grandfather was murdered. She's just uncovered that Leopoldo Bianchi was shot in the back of the head by Terzilio Lazzareschi over a business deal gone wrong.
Tito was fired for disloyalty.
Right.
But he had Leopoldo broker the deal.
Exactly. Leopoldo set it up. He did
Yeah.
the mediation, he did the negotiations. And part of the negotiations were that Tito, his brother,
Would keep working
would
there.
keep working there. I assume in some kind of, managerial position. And so when Lazzareschi broke that deal, for whatever reason, and we don't know. I mean, this charge of disloyalty is all
That's
that's
what
in
I'm
the.
saying. We don't know what that is.
That's all we have. And their issues of business and honor were very important to them. And so they were very upset and they came after him.
On the 6th, Francesco Bianchi was moved to strike Lazzareschi's face with his fists, causing wounds that healed in 7 days.
Right. I don't know if you know this, but Italians are very concentrated on the face. Right? There are some very interesting laws about if you mark somebody permanently versus other damage to the body. And so any kind of blow to the face was an extremely serious offense.
On that evening, March 7th, Lazzareschi, seeing that Francesco Bianchi continued to maintain a threatening attitude towards him, armed himself with a revolver, and Leopoldo grabbed him, breaking 2 buttons off his waistcoat.
The indictment is taking that into consideration. You don't touch people in this society like that. I mean, that's an insult.
Having lost his self-control because of fear, and because he thought that Bianchi was armed with a revolver, anticipated by firing his own revolver at Bianchi, who fell dying. As Terzilio did this, Terzilio said, "E una," or, "and one."
He was going to go after Tito as the other brother because both brothers had threatened him and both brothers had insulted him.
There's Tito and there's Terzilio, and in the middle is Leopoldo, who's my great-grandpa. And he was defending his brother and his family and all the Bianchis, even his father, Dionisio Bianchi, who owned the whole business. It's interesting that this is 100 years later and this story has taken this long to kind of pull apart, because my brother had a dream when we were on a family vacation here in Castiglioncello. He woke up in the middle of the night and my little cousin, he talks in his sleep, my brother, and my little cousin reported back that he was saying, "Murder! Murder in the family!" We never know why he had this dream. And it's so strange that there was a murder in the family right here. I'm heading to Lucca, about an hour north of Castiglioncello, where Lazzareschi was indicted. I want to find out the details of the trial. I want to know what really went on. So I'm meeting with an Italian legal expert and professor of history, Francesco Tamburini. I'm hoping that you can shed some light on anything having to do with Leopoldo Bianchi or Terzilio Lazzaretti or anything about that case?
In an article published in Pisa, we got here the article and the translation.
Lazzaretti Terzilio, 30 years of age, from Ponzacco, accused of voluntary homicide of Bianchi Francesco Leopoldo, was acquitted for legitimate defense. So they found that he was defending himself.
Yeah, because the jury established that there was no felony, but it was just self-defense.
Self-defense?
Yeah.
Coming from behind.
It's a strange and bizarre trial and judgment. But we have to take into account that Lazzareschi could afford the best man and the attorney at law at the moment. Gattai and Lamy were two of the most famous attorney in town.
In town.
It's like, in order to understand, O.J. Simpson and the Dream Team, So we found out that Terzilio Lazzareschi, as you can see from this original transcription of the judgment.
Oh my.
And this is the translation.
September 8th, 1912, so this is a year later.
Yeah.
Court of Appeals. Terzilio Lazzaretti was sentenced by the Court of Assizes of the Circuit on April 4th, 1912, for carrying a prohibited weapon with a punishment of arrest for 38 days and a fine of 87 lira and a fifth of the court costs. So are they saying that he hardly did anything wrong? He just was carrying this gun that was prohibited.
From felony to misdemeanor. It's not the end of the story, because he dared to ask something to the jury.
Marissa Tomei is in Italy, trying to find out if justice was served in the murder of her great-grandfather, Leopoldo Bianchi. She's just learned the murderer, Terzilio Lazzareschi, was not a jealous husband, but a cold-blooded businessman who was acquitted for the crime.
He accepts that he went to a penal trial for voluntary homicide before the court in Pisa, and that he was acquitted following a favorable verdict, that when he was arrested, there were 500 lira found in his billfold. This is him speaking. Lazzareschi saying.
He's asking to the court.
He's saying to the court, well, when I was arrested, there were 500 lira found in my billfold, and that sum was deposited with the postal administration of Pisa, and from that deposit, you withdrew 380 lira for the court costs, and there are still available 119 lira, and he wants his money back. 3 days before the final verdict, he said, and by the way, while we're discussing this,
I want them back.
I want that money back, yeah. How much is that money?
$2,500 today.
So he wanted about a third of that back. It's a terrible thing to kill somebody. I mean, what is it that drives people to that level of, to murder? Is it, I mean, the court is, what Terzilio is saying, it was the fear of his own life. But if he had that money in his pocket, why did he even have that money in his pocket that night? Maybe he was going to try to pay off Leopoldo Bianchi because Terzilio broke the contract. We just don't know.
At the time, there was a code of honor between real men. And kill a man with a gun at point-blank range in the back. It's such a terrible thing to do that you have to disappear from the area, and that's what he did. It disappeared from the records, from the historical records.
You're being accused of murder, and you're not concerned with your fate, defending your own honor, the remorse, whether you feel justified or not in about killing someone. You're still making a point, hey, and I want that money. It's almost a sociopathic reaction. It's a very, very, very strange reaction. Really, a bad person came in and really did great harm to the family. When I was a little girl, I pictured the scene of the crime, and I pictured the bar, and it started to form some romantic notions in my mind. Now, I frame it in a really different way, and I feel that he needed someone to advocate for him, and he never got that. Before I head back to the States to share this story with my mom, I'm going to meet with Fabio, who says he has some fascinating news to share with me. Lazzareschi hires really super high-powered lawyers who he winds up being acquitted.
What?
Yeah, he winds up being acquitted and serving about 38 days.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
And funny enough, the name Lazzareschi could come from the word Lazzarone. The Lazzarone means a bad man.
Lazzarone.
Lazzarone.
You would say, un lazzarone.
Tu sei un Lazzarone.
Tu sei un lazzarone. Why didn't anyone tell me this from the beginning?
Really suit his name, I guess, yes. On my research, I found an old relative of yours. Her name is Rosetta Vannucci. She's 83 years old. She couldn't come today because she doesn't feel well. And I got a photo of her, Rosetta.
Beautiful.
She was really sweet and lovely, and she wrote a letter for you. And
really?
Yes. Would you like to read? Yes. Yeah.
So she's part of the Cannavaro connection?
She knew your great-grandmother Adelaide, and she told really, she remembers.
She remembers Adelaide?
She
oh my
wrote in
gosh.
Italian, yes. I wrote an English translation for you.
Thank you. I received word you are in Italy looking into your family history and wanted to get in touch to tell you what I know of your ancestors. I am Rosetta Vannucci, the daughter of Bruna Bianchi, who was your great-grandfather Leopoldo Bianchi's sister, making me your grandfather Armando Bianchi's cousin and your first cousin twice removed. I was very close to your great-grandmother Adelaide. She was a wonderful woman and was very sad when her husband died. After that man shot Leopoldo, Adelaide met a nice man in Genoa, who was a Marine and married him. He was a good man, she was happy, she loved to dance and laugh, and loved her boys very much. Your grandfather Armando worked on boats like his stepfather, so she asked Leopoldo's brother Guido in New York City to give Armando work and safe passage into the United States next time he docked there. When Armando arrived, Guido met him and covered him with a coat, sneaking him away. I had never heard that.
She gave me a photo of Adelaide.
She had this?
Yes.
You can see my mom a little bit. Thank you. This story really isn't a story of a broken family. She went on to marry a great guy, and my grandpa had a really great life. It's almost like the spirit of the characters was stronger than the actual events, because that's what still lives on. And there's a piece to that.
Marissa Tomei is back in New York City to share the surprising details of her great-grandfather's murder with her mother for the first time.
I'll be happy to tell my mother, Leopoldo really wasn't up to anything. He wasn't up to any trickery at all. He defended his brother, He defended the family honor. So that's a different spin on what's been told in the family. Terzilio Lazaretsky pulled out a gun. Yeah. And he shot him from behind, point blank.
Wow. Oh, horrendous.
I know.
Violent.
It's terrible.
Was there a trial?
He was a wealthy guy, and he hired like the dream team lawyers of the time, and they got him off.
Oh, God, how infuriating.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They got him off. It's upsetting, isn't it?
Oh,
I see,
God.
yeah.
Oh, my poor grandmother.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
What I know now is, regardless of what happened, he certainly didn't bring it upon himself. My mother was carrying an idea that he had put his family at risk and caused his family so much pain.
I had this impression that he was just a philanderer, you know. I guess, too, possibly, I was thinking that it was his own fault that he had gotten into this mess and then left my poor father.
Oh,
you know.
Yeah.
That he shouldn't have taken the risks that he did and left his wife widowed and his children orphaned because of his own nature and character.
Yeah.
And so maybe that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
And that's
big.
nicer to hear.
See the relief just wash over her. I wasn't expecting that. I don't think she was expecting that. It's the things we carry with us from our family's legacy, our family's history, even the secrets that we don't know that we're carrying.
I didn't expect that I would be feeling, I don't know, the sense of relief.
Wow.
It's like a resolution, yeah. It might take a little while. I think all of this absorbs into us and influences our behavior in some mystical way.
Yeah.
Some spiritual way affects the generations even to come.
Yeah. So we know now a lot more about Leopoldo's character, and now I have much more of a connection to him. I can feel his presence. He's much more, he's alive in my heart and in my mind's eye and in my family again.
Things certainly would have been different, if he hadn't been killed, because my father would never have come here. Mm-hmm. And then we wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
This is a real gift.
Yeah.
Thank you.